We're getting shroomy today. Instead of using a tortilla or some other fabrication of a tortilla, Axe showed you how to use lettuce wraps and cabbage, and we've made our own tortillas with cauliflower, all kinds of fun things. Today we're using shrooms, mushrooms, these babies. These are called baby bellas, and they are nice and big for stuffing. You can use cremini mushrooms too. These will be our receptacle for all of the goodies on the inside. And we have some nice spices, and it would be a little caliente because we're gonna add a little bit of spicy chipotle salsa, give it a little bang at the end. So let's get crack-a-lackin'. The first thing that we've gotta do is wash our produce because mushrooms are really dirty. And you can see this is what comes out of the basket. Ugh. So we're gonna wash everything because I've also got some baby spinach. This is a great way to get your greens in there. Sneak your greens into a stuffing, a soup, a sauce. Great way to get your high nutrient density greens in there, like spinach, like kale, like chard, like collard greens, like arugula. And then we have some little grape tomatoes that are gonna go in there. And then I have a little bit, I'm using a soy chorizo. Now, I know, I don't cook with a lot of soy at all. In fact, I don't think you've ever seen me cook with soy, but I love this stuff and it's got a great flavor. You can get it at pretty much any natural food store. Also, Trader Joe's sells it. It's called soy chorizo, and it gives that great flavor of chorizo like a fraction of the fat because regular chorizo is very, very fatty. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna add a little bit of feta cheese because that's my Med-Mex, my Mediterranean influence. And then we also have a little bit of cotija cheese. The J is silent. Cotija cheese. And the thing I like about this cheese, it's kind of like Parmesan, but it's actually pretty low in calories. 1 teaspoon rather, roughly, has only 10 calories. So a few teaspoons not gonna break the bank. If you're using a lot of cheesy stuff, that's may not settle in your stomach so well, and it might blow your calorie bank. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Doesn't he look taller? I told him, I think he grew like 4 inches while he was gone, if that's possible. He was only gone 10 days, but it felt like it, you know? Look, Luca, look at how disgustingly filthy this is. Does that make you want to gag?
And I know.
Guys, look.
Some people don't even wash it.
Yeah.
It's like putting chunks of dirt.
It's chunks. It's chunky. That's chunky. Okay? I don't want to freak you out too much, but that is disgusting with a capital D.
Some people, actually, when they have the pizza, they make the pizza. They don't even clean it sometimes.
Yeah, I'm doing a double wash on these because they are super, super nasty, filthy, disgusting. Luca, look at this. I'm like running. Oh my God, look at that.
That's all dirt.
Ew. Ew. Lick it. Lick it.
No.
That is clean. That's what I like. Okay, so we're basically gonna pop the stem off and take that little guy out so we have some room. And then I'm gonna take my stems because I've washed them and there's no reason to get rid of the stems. We can use the stems. The stems are gonna pop out and they're gonna go into my filling. So just like so. And let me point you down so you can see. My daughter likes raw too. Trish, yeah? She likes raw spinach? I just find that so unusual because he's so picky most of the time with greens in general, but then he'll eat raw spinach. So at least we have one fallback green that we can always rely on. Now, if it is kind of resistant for you, you can use the back of a spoon to pry it out also. I'm going to take my mushrooms and I'm just going to place them in my pan right here and tender. Okay, so those are going to pop in right now. I've got the oven on 400. High heat, pretty high heat. So there's our spinach and our tomatoes. I'm gonna give those a quick rinse. The last thing I'm gonna chop up, and then it's gonna be time to cook after my tomatoes, is my stems. And I'm just gonna quarter my little grape tomatoes. Okay, so we have our shallot chopped up and we have our little baby tomatoes. And the spinach, y'all, you don't have to do anything to it. Just right in there. You don't have to chop it or anything. That's just gonna go right in. And I am gonna rough chop our stems. And the mushroom in here is gonna kind of give you a little bit of a meaty taste. Of this new oil that I found, it's called Thrive. It's pretty cool. It's an algae oil. Yeah, did you know that you could make oil out of algae? But the crazy thing is, it's really good for your heart. It's got a really high level of MUFAs, or monounsaturated fatty acids. Now, I'm gonna saute my shallot. Get the shallots cooking. And you can interchange shallot with red or white onion, not a problem, either one. We're gonna saute this until it is translucent on pretty high heat. Okay, now I'm gonna add my mushroom stems into the mix. Now, while that cooks, I'm gonna add a pinch of black pepper, about half a teaspoon. And I am going to add, this is a new ingredient that I've never shown you guys before. This is called black cumin seed. If you know the flavor of cumin, it's a little bit like that, but it's a little bit almost like anise flavored. Now I'm gonna add my soy chorizo, and I have a cup of that. It's already it just needs to be heated. It doesn't really need to be cooked. And then while that goes, I'm gonna add my spinaci, and that looks like a lot of spinach, you guys, but it is going to cook down pretty quickly. There, boom. Where's the smell-o-vision? And I've got about 2 tablespoons of feta going over the top. Oh, yeah. They're nice and browned and soft. And we're gonna spoon. We're gonna spoon right in there. And push it in. Okay. Take your spinach. I made a little messy, but we'll clean that up. And then we can take a cute little tomato and put it right on top, just like so. The last part is to put a little bit of the cotija right over the top. Just a little sprinkling. See, we're real light on the dairy here, not a lot. And like I said, you can totally omit. How's that look? Looking good? Would you serve those? Would you enjoy those? This is like so much produce all in one bite. You've got your mushrooms, you've got your tomatoes, you've got your spinach, you've got the mushroom stems that we didn't throw out. We actually used those in our stuffing, and it all came together really pretty quickly. Mwah! Adios and enjoy.